All right, there's part two. Now we're gonna be rehousing this puppy right here, the steel curtain, a variant of it. Obviously, I can't say this name. I'm gonna say Sakarta. All right, guys, Sakarta. I can't really say scientific names like that. I always struggle with that. But we're going to clean out this enclosure that the red rump just came from. Obviously, you saw how much of a struggle it was. Promise you, it's not that hard. I just had a very stubborn tarantula, and plus, I like these enclosures. They're from Reptile Zoo. I love their enclosures. They're very good. But one thing I will say is it's very hard to get a tarantula out when they're out of this because of how long it is. But normally it's not that hard of a process to get them out. But we're gonna clean this out right quick. Probably rinse it down. It doesn't really need any work because terrestrial tarantulas don't poop on the walls. So we're going to get some water, a rag, wipe this down, probably some soap, maybe not. Just wipe it down, get this off, and I'll be back. Okay, I wish I could take y'all with me, but I don't have a camera like that currently. So I will be trying to get one so I can take y'all with me wherever I go. But for now, you just have to jump cut to me just cleaning it up. Close it down, wiping the tarantula, close it down. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay. I would say for now this is good. The bottom doesn't really need to be cleaned out. Well, it's cleaned out, but I'm saying the bottom doesn't need to be like perfect, but this may be good enough for your tarantula and safe. Not no biohazard, obviously no mold, no nothing. Just what's left of it, right? So now I'm going to pour not a lot of substrate because this species doesn't really need a lot of substrate. Particularly, they're not diggers at all. It's just actually a spider, so they don't dig at all. They actually web up, and they say they're arboreal, but not arboreal. They just web up a lot. And they're a spider, so it's not a tarantula like the last video. So, okay, I like to put though it's not fossorial, terrestrial, or tarantula at all. I still like to put a lot of substrate for my creatures, no matter what it is, because realistically, the ground's never going to be hollow. Like a species of any creature, ground is never going to be hollow. Like my bearded dragon, make sure there's a lot of sand, a lot of dirt in there for it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of rocks. Always change up the climbing structures for it. For now, this is going to have to do for what I just got. I will definitely get more stuff for it, and it's also another reason why I put a lot of substrate in enclosures, is so that the structure itself can stick and stay sturdy, and won't have to worry about it wobbling all over the place, which could be a potential hazard for your tarantula. And I'm trying to figure out what shape I kind of want this stick to take. And like I said, I'll eventually add more like climbing stuff for it later on, like some more stuff, just in general. Probably like a branch or like a plant, something light, something not too heavy. I think, I like that way. Well, you probably can't see it really. I like the way this is shaped. But I don't know. I'm thinking. This takes thinking for me. I like to make sure my tarantulas are my spiders and tarantulas or anything in general have their home looks nice and neat. Oh, by the way, I got this spider from Fangs It TV. Don't know who they are, but I like their website. I don't normally order from them. I normally order from Fear Not Tarantula, but I'm trying them for the first time. And like I said, I kind of actually like the way they package their stuff. Just the way, kind of like the same way Fear Not Tarantula packaged, which you would see in the last video. I would say I did like one thing I did like about like comparing and contrasting them. The one thing I did like about Fangs It is that they have like a rescue part of their website where they had like endangered animals or species of animals that was endangered, and I did not see. Obviously, I didn't see that from Fear Not Tarantula. Not saying that's a necessary thing that's just like the make or break for me. Don't really care at all. Well, I would say I care about the fact that animals are that don't have homes or are in danger. But I'm just saying, like, in general, it doesn't really affect the fact am I gonna buy from them or not. Well, it does a little bit. And speaking of like, man, these guys are doing a real good cause. Maybe I should buy from them and fund them some more. But it doesn't really affect me. Like, if I was just gonna buy a tarantula or a spider or anything, I would probably just go for Fear Not Tarantula. And one thing I will say that Fear Not Tarantula does, I like for Fear Not Tarantula, is their pricing and their what's the word I'm looking for? Deals they have. So if you order from Fear Not Tarantula, you can get, if you buy, like I said, like I think it's if you order $100 worth of stuff, and the shipping does count towards the like the $100 too. So it's not like you have to actually buy worth of like products. The shipping counts as well. You can come back or do it now. I think you have to do it now. You have to do it as soon as you have to do it. You cannot come back later. But you can buy. You can buy another tarantula for free. They have freebie tarantulas that you get for free if you get over $100 worth of, just like shipping or how much you're buying on their products. But I'm thinking about doing it with this, but I have this log that I think might go well with this species. I'm gonna be back. Be back. Alright, so I didn't get the log. I thought about it. This legit take up the entire thing, and the log will legit be at the cover of the top. And you most definitely, for sure, like ever in taking care of tarantulas, do not want an enclosure where the substrate or any part of the enclosure, like decoration, decor, substrate, just in general, touching the very top of the lid or where you open from, because your tarantula will react. Especially if they're very aggressive, like my horned baboon. The horned baboon will straight up react to stuff like that. Like it don't matter how much vibration you cause, it don't matter what you do, they'll react to that and think that you're a threat. Like think not a threat, but a meal. They'll think you're a meal. They'll think you're something to eat. Somehow, some way, they'll think you're a meal or something to eat. Not skitterish, not running from you, not defensive. They'll try to eat you. Let me see if this plant fits. If I can get this plant in here the way I want it to, I think we're gonna be straight. We're gonna be cooking. We're gonna be cooking. It's good enough for what its use is gonna be for. Because these species web up everything, so I'm not necessarily worried about like the placement. I mean, how decorative this is gonna be. I just want anchor points for it to be able to like to obviously dig and stuff like I just brung up. I'm like repeating myself now. I'm like nervous. Not about strength, but not about this spider. Not about this spider's move, perhaps, but generally because like it's kind of like I don't know. Is this gonna work out? Is this plant gonna really work out? Because like you look at it, like it's taking up a pretty decent chunk of the space, and the spider's not heavy enough to make the leaves fall. So I'm not really worried about like it not being able to climb the leaves or whatever. It's more the fact that I'm worried about the like the moving process, like how difficult it's going to be to move it out. Like I said, this species I'm not necessarily worried about. They're very skitterish, but I'm not necessarily worried about the fact that like how stubborn it is. It's the fact that it's just going to be so much to do when I move this spider out of this enclosure. But I'm going to put this stick in a way I feel like it's good. And like I said, for like species like this, I don't normally. I like the way that it's just like the leaf itself, like the plant itself, just in there. You know what I'm saying? It looks cool that way. But I want to put this stick in for like. I don't know. I just really want to put this stick in. Pause. But it. I don't know. Like it won't fit no more. Like I can't see. I think I should put the stick in first, then the plant. Should I do that? Should I put the stick in first, then the plant? I'm trying to get you on camera. Put the stick in first, then the plant. Moving the substrate out. I just got done cleaning this all up, man. Gonna have to clean this up again. Okay. So I'm just trying to fit the stick in. Well, this kind of fits, but it's too close to the top. Like I said, you don't want it ever touching the top, especially for like a species like this. I don't want it ever touching the top. So it's touching the top, but it's not going to use that part. I could guarantee it. I'm gonna put the plant in here, over in this spot. Move the substrate over, right? Like so. Just giving it plenty of room to do whatever it wants. To do whatever it wants. Do whatever. Okay. Not the best work, but I like it. I like the way it looks. It looks like, you gotta think about how small this spider is currently, and I just kind of think of it like a garden spider right now. It's obviously not a garden spider. Doesn't live in the gardens. We probably will find it in the gardens in the Columbias. That's where these spiders are from, Colombia. But I would say if you was in your garden, from a spider's perspective, this is what it would look like. Like where it makes its home. Has a lot of anchor points to web up. This whole thing is gonna be webbed up. Now for the part you've been waiting for. Moving this. I don't like to jinx my spider's sex because spiders and tarantulas, when they're males, do not live long. So I like to always say she or them. Just because it's like, I wish you're not a male. Like, if this dude was a male, oh, I just jinxed it. If this was if she's a female, if she was a male, I would cry. Okay. Took a very long time to find one of these. Okay, we'll put them in the camera once more for y'all to see. Like I said, it looked like it just got malted, or it just malted because its abdomen is small. But I'm going to feed it when it makes its webs because that's how they feed and eat. But these guys are very, very, very fast. So normally, what I do, I get the top of the enclosure ready, ready for when I open it. And I just put the valve itself. It's a very hard valve to open. Okay, so now I didn't put no moss in here, but I will be putting moss in here like in 2 seconds. Now what I do, wait, I also want to get my capture cup ready. Okay, so now what I want to do, slowly pull its moss out. Okay. Look how fast you hear it. You can hear it. You can hear it tapping and moving. And I'm actually keep this moss. It's very good. I'm glad they give you like free moss essentially. Moss, and I'll explain moss, what moss does. If you're new to like tarantula owning, moss essentially helps the fact, you know, when you're spritzing your tarantulas and feeding it all this food, and the food gets old and stuff, you know moss, you know how fungus works. Fungus ends up coming in and basically not ruining everything, but causing mold, and you don't want mold ever. And I do mean ever. These species aren't really good at climbing glass, so it's kind of good that they're not good at climbing glass. I'm gonna tap them out. Like I said, these guys are very skittish. He's hanging on to the mold. Yeah, I'm saying mold. Oh my goodness. Guys, I promise you, I've never liked this, bro. It's just right now, just not going through it. Okay, so I did say this one's not gonna cause me as much trouble as the other one. It's obviously not. It's still not, but it's causing me some decent trouble. But he's hanging on to dear life, and that's the point. That's the problem that's getting me. He's hanging on for dear life. It's the fact that he is hanging on for dear life. Come on, come on, come on. Come explore your new home. I'm like whistling to him like he can hear me. Come on, there you go. Almost there. Come on, let go. Let go. Your last leg. Just let go. You're not gonna fall. You're gonna be okay, man. He doesn't like listening to me. I'm jinxing it again. By default, you're just gonna say he. There we go. There we go. He's coming out. He's coming out. You guys can see it. Yep. Okay. Come on, right there. And he goes right back. Oh, wait. Well, it's in there. Let me get this last little bit of moss out. Let me use it. Never let moss go to waste, especially when you order tarantulas. Kid you not, it comes in handy, so you don't have to use your own moss supply. Though you get a lot of moss from getting one bag of moss, but still. And also keep the cups that when you order tarantulas, keep the cups. You never know when you're gonna need them. I think I can see him moving around down there. Maybe I can't. I record it. He's very skittish right now. He's moving all over the place right now. All right. All done. Didn't even have to use the capper cup. Well, I almost did have to. Well, I tried to anyway. Basically, I did have to use it, but they weren't having it. Like I said, Fangs, ordered from them. It's worth it. We'll say the price, pretty average, actually less expensive than most places that you order this species from. And I kid you not, they're very on the low end. but I would say it's still expensive because I guess because ordering how far I was. But I said the spider itself was $40, cheap. But normally the spider would be $100 if you go any other location or website. Very expensive. If you're not in Fangs it, I would say both fairly good. I like both of them. They're really good at like in general. I would say though, if you're looking to get like buy in bulk of tarantulas, I would suggest, no hate to Fangs, but I would suggest you go to, if you're not tarantula, though Fangs it has rare species, but if you're not looking for a rare species, go to if you're not tarantula. And if you're not tarantula, and they both give you descriptions of what the tarantula is like, what they're like in the wild, what they're like in general. And let me see, where has he gone? I'm gonna record it for y'all. Record for a little bit. Oh, it's down there. See him? See her? They said they're horrible at climbing glass and plastic. So that's why I said it wasn't going to really be a bother. But, yeah. Right now, she's just exploring. I love these species of how active they are. They're very active. They're always moving. They never stop moving, really. They're very active. Kind of like I just can't stop talking, right? But I think that'll be it, guys. You'll see more videos of this species when I'm feeding it, rehousing. You'll see it. And anyone comments, give me a name. I normally name my creatures and give them titles of like after the sins, like sin of lust, sin of greed. No, not a Satanist, no nothing. I'm a Christian, but I just find it fascinating that spiders relatively act like a sin. But catch you guys later.